Hey there, everyone. Welcome to this week's Market Minutes. As you've probably figured out, my name is JT Burton, not Aaron Jeweler, who is on a much deserved vacation on a beach somewhere in Florida. If you're not already doing so, please give us a follow at Jeweler Burton on Facebook and Instagram. This week, we're going to try a little something different while Aaron's on vacation, and we hope you like it. As you know, we'd like to not only entertain on this show, but also educate. So we're going to try a new segment called JT's Home Tips. This week, we're going to start off with Home Tips, Vacation Edition. Whether you're headed to the beach, the mountains, or just a quick trip to Grandma's house, here are a few things to remember before you leave. If you have a new thermostat, like a Nest or something programmable, remember to set the temperature to something higher than when you're living in the house. This will save a lot on energy costs. You also want to draw the blinds to prevent the sunlight from coming in and warming the house. It's also good for security reasons. Did you know that a half-filled fridge is actually harder to cool than a full fridge? So it actually makes sense to keep your fridge as full as possible when leaving for vacation. Even a couple of pitchers of water will do the trick. You also want to unplug all your major appliances and electronics. This can be a draw on your power and also, in case there's a storm, prevent from a power surge. Turning off ceiling fans and all lights that aren't necessary also helps in the savings. If you have an electric water heater, it may be a good idea to actually turn the water heater off. When you get back, turning it back on will only really take 1 hour to warm up the entire tank. And who doesn't like a nice cold shower after being in the car with kids for hours? One of the best things about vacation is coming back to the comfort of your own home when it's all said and done. But there are just a few things to do before you nestle in. During the summer months, you can get these really heavy rainstorms. And one thing to check when you get home is if there's any water issues that occurred while you were gone. I like to check the gutters, the downspouts, any window wells you might have in the basement. And you're really just looking for any erosion that's taken place. This is a sign that you may have an issue in your basement. Remember, 90% of the water that ends up in your basement used to be on your roof. Another thing to do early when you get home is to reset your thermostat. It will take a little bit of time for your house to cool down. But as you do that, remember all the savings that you've had over the weeks while you were gone. Pro tip, if you have a programmable one, make sure to reset it while you're coming home from the road so when you get home, the house is nice and cool. Another thing I do when I get home from a trip is check on things like the dishwasher and maybe the clothes washer to make sure there isn't anything in there that's kind of gotten funky while you were away. If you're like me, I clean the kitchen before I leave and sometimes run the dishwasher last minute. If dishes have been sitting in there, cups turned upside down, or just dishes that haven't dried, it can get a little funky in there. It's nothing a little vinegar and baking soda can't solve. That's all I got this week for the inaugural edition of JT's Home Tips. I hope you found it helpful. Let's move on to some new development in the area. What do you got for us this week, Jeff?
Hey, JT, thanks a lot. So excited to be back this week talking about a couple of new projects under construction. First one we're going to look at is called Wild Oak. This is a new development with 17 homes from Wormald Builders. This is a company that's been building in the area for over 50 years with a reputation for high quality. So this new development is inside the Beltway, just off Beach Avenue in the Pooks Hill neighborhood, near the Bethesda Trolley Trail and the YMCA. Construction's already underway, with 5 homes remaining to be sold. Now, these houses sit on approximately 6,000 to 8,000 square feet of space, and there's a conservation easement for about 1.5 acres of land to keep wooded areas on the site. These homes can be customized to your taste. They start at around $1.6 million and are available now. The second new development I want to talk about this week is the Towns at Grosvenor Place. Now, from Madison Homes comes this 46 townhome project in the Grosvenor Park subdivision on a formerly forested site. A new sound wall is being constructed right next to 270 to mitigate some of that potential noise. These townhomes start just under $1 million and feature 4-story homes with 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, designer kitchens with stainless steel appliances, wide plank hardwood floors, 9-foot ceilings on all levels, private offices, lofts, rooftop terraces, available elevators, and 2-car garages. They've really done a nice job at this development, and I can't wait to see these when they're finally delivered. That's all I've got for you this week, JT. Thanks for having me back. Look forward to more.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this week. As always, give us a follow on Instagram or Facebook at Jeweler Burton. And if you know anybody in the market that could use our help, please send them our way. Have a great week. See ya.